What's going on YouTube, homies? Are you trying to replace the rollers on your boat trailer? Did you try and do a search on YouTube not to really have that many results and insight? Well, the same thing happened to me, so I decided to make my own video. In today's video, we're going to take these old I'm sorry, they're really ugly and disgusting. We're going to put these new bad boys on my trailer today, and if you stick along, I'll show you how I did it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday Fun Day. I am moving very fast today. I only have an hour, and I'm going to try and make the best of that hour that I can. This bad boy is coming off. I've already got the ratchet there. I do have pins and rollers for these. I'm going to cold galvanize spray. I got the spray. I'm going to hit that little spot right there too and spray it. I'm going to take this bad boy off, grind off as much of that rust as I can without a vise or anything like that. There's another spot back there I'm going to hit. I want to hit those, try and do those first to give them time to dry. Like I said, I've only got like an hour today. I have to work tonight. Plus, we're going to be out of town for the next few days. And with the spirit of trying to keep a video every weekend, trying to get back on that weekly schedule, I'm going to do something productive today. Also, I went to the Home Depot and got these step-up bits. This, I think, was the easiest, cheapest solution, believe it or not, to make these holes bigger because the pins I have are 5/8. I don't know what size these are, but they're smaller than a 5/8. And if you can see, this bad boy in the middle goes way above a 5/8. I have a drill. Hopefully I don't break my wrist in the process. I'm not going to worry about the bunks. I'll rewrap those or finish wrapping those at a later time, but I just want to get the rollers on because that's going to be more time consuming and probably a little bit more labor intensive. So let's get on it, guys, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so like I said, guys, I got this step-up bit. I've never used one of these. Well, okay. I've never used one of these before. Hopefully I don't break my wrist in the process. I don't know if I'm supposed to lube it or not. We're going to go to this next black line, and we'll see how it goes. One more. Actually worked out pretty good. Now the moment of truth is actually fairly quick too. Let's go one size bigger. So that right there, this will be a 11/16 hole. Also on the package for these step-up bit, said it was for thin metal. And this seems to be thin enough. Maybe not, because that's no big deal. I got a file. I can file that out. Let me go grab this other one real quick. We went up to 11/16 on that one. So, you don't want hammer action. Good to go. We won't need to file much there. Of course. We're going for it. Just make sure it'll go. That bag also contains the the lag bolts. I got some stainless steel lag bolts to remount the bunks to the trailer. It's a little cattywampus, but I'm hoping it'll be all right. As long as it goes through, that's all I need. I could feel us wanting to jump there for a little bit and catch, but perfect. Now we got 2 more on the back, and then I can pop this front bracket off, grind on it a little bit, and spray everything with the galvanizing spray. These are the last 2, and I'm not going to lie, this part of the process is going a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to go. So we'll just keep pushing forward. Can I go in that way? I think I'm going to go in that way. One more step. I was wanting to grab a little bit, but that's all right. There we go. The last of the drill holes. As you can see, I do have a little bit of a, where's the camera? A little bit of a burr on the backside, but that's no big deal. I was still able to leave enough material, I feel like, that it'll still do its job. Ooh. So, like I said, I'm going to grind on this. Actually, I grinded on that last week. I'm just going to spray this, make sure I get inside the holes. Spray a little bit on these 2, make sure I get inside the holes. I do want to hit that spot right there a little bit with the flap disc, clean it up a little bit. Maybe this little area up here, hit it with the spray while I got it. Matter of fact, let me go grab the spray. This is the cold galvanizing compound spray I got. Really, the only place I could find it was either Lowe's or Home Depot. I don't know, Ace might have had it. It's only $11 for this can. Honestly surprised at how cheap it was. So we're going to put it to work for us. Like I said, I'm going to get the grinder, grind a little bit more on that, and we'll get going. If I see any other rust places, I don't know, I was looking at these. They're kind of rusty, so I might hit those a little bit and then spray them. The same with those 2 back there, the mounts for the bunks. But let me get the grinder hooked up. Like I said, I've only got an hour for this Sunday Funday. I'm trying to make the most out of my time. That was fairly uneventful. I don't think I need to take them all the way out. And as usual, the mosquitoes in my backyard are off the chain. Let me go get that comically big screwdriver I was talking about. I actually found it, of course, after I finished the video. Let me try some reverse psychology here. Hopefully knocking it down kind of busted it loose a little bit. That's doing something. This is the comically big screwdriver, by the way. It's pretty big. I'm sure it has a use. I don't know if I have a legitimate use for it or not, though. Oh, we're making some progress. There we go. Perfect. Grind on this a little bit. If I can, I'm going to grind that spot, and then we'll get some galvanizing compound going. Guys, I've just been realizing I've been videoing my self shots in wide instead of ultra wide, so I apologize if you guys feel like you're in my personal space. But I did some more grinding on this. I did these little spots. These were just surface. I hit this spot over here. I hit all 4 of these little mounting points for the bunks. Now it's time for the cold galvanizing spray. I'm not big on instructions, but we'll read these just for giggles. Blah, blah, blah. Dry and recoat times. That's more I'm worried about. 70 to blah, blah, blah. Cooler temperatures. Dries to touch in 15 minutes, to handle in 1 to 2 hours, and fully dry in 24 hours. Top coat is desired. Use latex coating. Provide maximum rust protection when applied directly to clean, unpainted sheet metal, fences, or any galvanized surface. Dry film contains 93% pure zinc. No top coat is required. So let's give this bad boy a shake. See what we come up with. Alright guys, I give it a good shake here. Give it a little test spray. And we'll see how it goes. Also, I just want to point out, my goal is not to have this complete today. I don't have the time. And honestly, I still need to get a longer roller shaft for back there. So I've got that coming in Amazon. But I at least want to get these 2 rollers on and hit these little bad boys here. Let's see how I can do this. I'm not too worried about the overspray. I don't want the trailer to be perfect. I want the boat to be perfect, but I want the trailer to at least last a little while. And she could use some love. I mean, so far it looks like regular rattle can spray paint. But we'll see. I'm sure the surface isn't prepped as good as it should have been, but as good as it's going to get. Hit those. Hit these. I got that already. Looks like it's starting to dry already. And we'll move around. This one really needs it. Well, let me hit this little guy first. And that's that. So now I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry. And we'll go from there. So I don't know if it's just me, but there's some areas on here that look a little bit darker than others. Like this looks super light. And I'm wondering if maybe I didn't shake it up good enough. Because if you look on this pad back here, there are some darker areas. I don't know if it's still wet or whatever. So I'm going to give it one more good shake. And I'm going to hit all these spots one more time. So while the paint on that front bracket piece is drying before I can touch it, these holes and those holes in the back, I've just got this little round file. Like I said, I'm just going to go in and hit these insides, and I'll hit them with another dash of paint. But right now, the thickness on the step of the bit is not as thick as this. So it left a little bit of the previous step in there. So I'm just going to go down and file these all out. And I'll hit them with paint again. Look, flash. going nice and easy. So oddly enough, these in the back, I didn't really need to hit with the file. I guess the angle that I hit them with the step bit kind of alleviated that. But now, as you can see through, this one needs a little persuasion, but it goes. So now all I got to do, put my roller on, measure, cut the excess off, and then put the other, no, it doesn't want to come out. Put the other cap on. Now I'm going to put this piece back in here where it goes. I'm not going to worry about the height of it. I can always adjust that once I get the boat on the trailer. But I'm at least going to put that into there so I can file on that and get these rollers installed. It has been about 10-15 minutes, so hopefully I can do this without getting paint all over my hands. Like I said, I just really want to set it in there. I'm not worried about the height for now. If I can get it down in there. There we go. Oh, this side too. I need more hands. There we go. It's in there enough to at least, now I'm going to go grab the file. She doesn't want to go in there because, like I said, there's burrs on the back. Perfect. This side now. Perfect. Now I'm going to hit these holes one more time again with a little bit of the cold galvanizing spray and let that sit for about another 5 minutes or so. And then I'll put the rollers on. All right, homies, it's been about another 10-ish minutes or so. Everything's looking good. So now I'm going to take this, put it through. That's a really tight tolerance because the label on that thing was giving it problems. But you see it spins freely. Take the marker, I'm going to mark it, I'm going to cut it. I do want to have some play for this to go back and forth. But I don't want to have too much slop in it. So I'm going to get one of these caps out of the baggie here. One of these caps, kind of mock it up. You can see, kind of mock it up how far it's going to go on there. I'm going to take my Sharpie, I'm going to mark it, and then we're going to cut it. All right, guys, so now I've got these shafts cut down to size. Now is the moment of truth. Get past that label. Out the other side. Boom, perfect. Cap. Let me go grab another hammer real quick, unless I can make this. No, let me go grab another hammer. All right, so I don't know how well this is going to work out for me, but I don't know if you guys have this issue where you have 2 or 3 of a specific tool, but you can't find one when you need it. So I'm going to gently tap that in there and see how well this works. I wonder if I have another idea. Hold that thought. So I went and grabbed a vise, wood clamps, if you will. Let me see if I can get it to work. Holy crap! If I can get it to get on there, and possibly try and press these on. There we go. See how well this works. It's not a dumb idea if it works, right, people? Come on. These things are a little rusty. Excuse me while I work through these technical difficulties. Jeez. Come on. You know, I'm so close to being, there we go, that should work. Now let's see how well this works. If I can press these on. Seems like it's working so far. I think that's it. It looked like it was going on. I feel like that's it. Ta-da, you have a roller. Now, for this one, hopefully we can do the same process and make it work for us. Using this clamp as a press. Grab my other roller. Sorry about that, guys. Had to make executive decision here. But we're back to what we got going on. Put this cap on. Let me try and tap it just to get it started. Like I said, this kind of sucks with being one person. Man. Open that up just a little bit. Let's see how well this goes. It's not working the way I want it to. It's at least on there enough to. Come on. You know, I could cut all this out for you guys, but then you wouldn't know the real struggles of boat building. Let me try something. Let me flip this around the other way. Yeah, I can get it to work for me a little bit better. You know, if you just get it to stick on there. This is getting quite frustrating trying to figure this out. Will that work? Let's hope so. Alright, so it's at least started on there. Where's that clamp at? Now let's try the clamp. Alright guys, I'm sorry. At this point my microphone did die. I was ill prepared and it wasn't charged apparently all the way. But I'm still using this clamp to press the caps onto that shaft. I'm looking down at the shaft and I'm watching the cap get pressed on, making sure it gets pressed on all the way and it doesn't pop back off on me. At this point I can tell that the cap is pressed on all the way, so I start backing off on the clamp. I'm going to grab the hammers just to give them a couple love taps just for good measure to make sure they're good and seated on both sides. And as you can see, we have success. The roller is installed, the shaft is on, the caps are on. As you'll see in a second, the roller spins freely and this bad boy is ready. As you can see, I've got the front and the middle roller installed. These bad boys are ready to go. All that's left is to put in this last rear roller. I ended up having to order a longer shaft off of Amazon, which actually is in already, and the roller is on the boat. So the next time you guys see this boat in a video, you'll see all three brand new rollers. We'll put brand new carpet on the bunks. I ended up going to West Marine and getting some stainless steel lag bolts here. I'll show you in a second. They are 1 inch, enough to grab enough meat of the wood to stay on, but not long enough to the point where they're going to protrude to the other side of the bunk and scratch the hull. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me on this Sunday fun day. I know you could have watched any other video, but you hung around and watched mine, and I appreciate that. That means a lot. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and always, guys, peace.